Students, today we are going to see the 8th science. The first chapter is measurement. In last video we saw only the introduction part. Today we are going to enter into the lesson, that is measurement. Physics is the study of nature and natural phenomena. The principles and the observations in physics is allow us to develop a deeper understanding of nature. So, in this chapter, we are going to see what is measurement. It is a process of finding an unknown physical quantity by using a standard quantity. That means if you want to measure the length of the textbook or length of the table or length of the classroom, etc., we are using the measuring tape. So, by using the tape, what is the unit it is mentioned, whether it is maybe a meter, etc. So, these are the standard quantities. That is, it is a process of finding an unknown physical quantity by using a standard quantity. Now we are going to see what are the system of units. It's an important one. So there are three system of units are there: FPS system, CGS system and MKS system. What is FPS system? F for foot. That is, in olden days they use their, for measuring the length, they use their foot. So, foot for length, pound for mass, second for time. So, the first letter FPS. Next, CGS system. C for centimeter for measuring the length, gram for measuring the mass, second for measuring the time. So, it is called CGS system. Next, MKS system. Meter, that is length, kilogram for mass and second for time. So these three systems are followed in the measurement topics. Among these three, the CGS and the MKS and also the SI units, SI means International System of Units. These three systems are called metric system, that is for measurement purpose. But FPS is followed in British, so it is called British System of Units. So there are totally 4, including these 3. SI unit is also there, that is International System of Units. So based on the International System of Units, the physical quantities, that is the quantities, they may classify into 7 types. There are 7 physical quantities. They are all otherwise called as base quantities. And these base quantities 7 are called as the fundamental units. Now we are going to discuss about the base quantities, their units and their symbols. So the 7 base quantities are given: length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, luminous intensity. So there are 7 fundamental quantities, their units and their symbols. For length, the unit is meter and symbol is small m. For mass, kilogram, kg. Time, second, s. Temperature, Kelvin, K. Electric current, ampere, capital A. Because there is a rule for writing the symbols. That's why, so we should not use small a, capital A. Amount of substance, mole, MOL. Luminous intensity, TY. Candela, that is CD. This is the symbol for expressing the luminous intensity. This is also very important one. The base quantities, their units and the symbols. So in this chapter we are going to discuss all the except length, mass, time, because you have studied in lower classes. So remaining temperature, electric current, amount of substance, luminous intensity, we are going to see the last 4 in detail in 8th standard. So first I am going to explain about temperature. So we know it is a sensitive one. That means if we touch the any hot substance, we feel hot, or any chill, we feel that coldness of the substance. So a physical quantity which express the degree of hotness or coldness of a substance, we call it as a temperature. So temperature is a physical quantity which express the degree of hotness or coldness of the substance. or it can be defined as a measure of the average kinetic energy of the particle. Okay, energy, there are two types. One is potential energy, other one is kinetic energy. Suppose if water is taken in a vessel and if we are heating that substance, but the inside the water molecules, the hydrogen and the oxygen, they are moving here and there. So it's kinetic. Kinetic means it is motion. The movement of the hydrogen and the oxygen gas will be very fast. So it is also called as a measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles in a system. So these two definitions for temperature. And also we know the SI unit is Kelvin. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. And there are three scales used for measuring the temperature. The one is Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. In Celsius scale only we are using the degree C. This is degree, so degree Celsius. Fahrenheit we have to express them in F, capital F. But for Kelvin we should not use the degree, only we have to use the symbol K. Next, the general formula for the conversion of scales of temperature, that is how will you convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Here is the formula for the conversion of the scales of temperature. See, C minus 0 by 100. So this is the formula for calculating the Celsius to Fahrenheit, that is F minus 32 by 180 is equal to K minus, that is Kelvin minus 273 by 100. So we can easily convert Fahrenheit to Kelvin or Kelvin to Fahrenheit or into Celsius. Now what is the use of the various thermometers? Physicians, that is doctors, they use a clinical thermometer. In the clinical thermometer, the readings are in the Fahrenheit scale only. The scientists, they use the thermometers which is expressed in Kelvin scale. In weather report, that is in meteorological observations, the weather report which is in the Celsius scale. Our normal body temperature is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit to 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So far we saw the definition for temperature. What are the various scales of temperature? How will you convert the different scales of temperature and the uses? Now we are going to see about what is electric current. The flow of electric charges. So in a wire, that is in a conducting wire, it may be copper or aluminium, the charges is flowing from one end to other end. So in a particular direction, the flow of electric charges in a particular direction is known as electric current. This formula for current is I. I represents current. Q means how much amount of charges is passing through the wire. T is the time in second. So the flow of electric charges, that is electric charges is expressed in Q. Particular direction is known as electric current. I equal to Q by T. The SI unit of electric current is ampere. Likewise temperature Kelvin. For electric current the SI unit is ampere, denoted by the symbol capital A. And the unit of charge, that is Q. So current means that is ampere and unit of charge, that is Q value is coulomb. So what is 1 ampere? That means how much amount of current is passing. That is 1 ampere is defined as 1 coulomb of charge moving in a conductor in 1 second. We saw the definition, that is a formula I equal to Q by T. I represents ampere, Q represents charge and time, that is T represents time. So what is 1 ampere means? If 1 coulomb of charge is flowing in a conductor in 1 second, we call it as a 1 ampere. Now what is the device which is used to measure the electric current means? Is ammeter. A-W-M-E-T-E-R. Ammeter is a device used to measure the electric current. So in electric current we saw the definition and what are the units of electric current and for the charge, and also we saw define 1 ampere and what is the instrument you are using to measure the electric current. Now we are going to see the amount of substance. It is also one of the physical quantity. So definition, it is a measure of the number of entities, that is particle. Entity means whether it is an atom or molecule or ions. So generally we call it as entities present in a substance. For example, if in carbon dioxide, how much amount of carbon and oxygen is present. That we call it as the amount of substance. So it is a measure of the number of entities present in a substance. Its SI unit is mole, M-O-L. Defined mole means it is defined as the amount of substance contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 particle. This value, which is the mole definition itself, is given by one scientist called as Avogadro. So Avogadro used that number. So this much amount of the particle is present in any substance means that amount we call it as a 1 mole. So 1 mole means it is amount of substance which contains the Avogadro number of particle. This value is very, very important. 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. So this much amount of particle, if it is present in a substance, we call it as a 1 mole. The next last physical quantity is luminous intensity. So luminous means light in short form. Intensity means the strength. How much, if we can we able to see the sun in 12 noon? No, but we can't. But in the early morning or in the evening we can able to see. So that we call it as a luminous intensity. The measure of the power of emitted light by a light source in a particular direction per unit solid angle is called luminous intensity. So I will explain the definition. So before that I will say this one. The light emitted from a wax candle is equal to 1 candela. So when we comparing the light which is emitted from the candle and the light which is emitted from the sun. So both are lights, but the intensity will be different. That the measurement of the power of the emitted light by the light source in a particular direction is called as luminous intensity. I think now you can easily understand. So the light is same, but the intensity of the light which is coming from the source of candle as well as sun or from the tube light is entirely different. That intensity, that strength, we call it as a luminous intensity. The measure of the power of emitted light by the light source means either sun or tube light or candle or torch light, etc. in a particular direction per unit solid angle is called luminous intensity. SI unit is cadmium, that is candela. Its SI unit is candela CD, and it is measured by photometer. How can we measure the luminous intensity? By the instrument we call it as a photometer. Now what is meant by 1 candela? The light emitted from the wax candle is equal to 1 candela. So far children, we saw about the last 4 physical quantities in a detailed manner. So in next video we see the remaining quantities. Thank you.